Frosers, welcome back to the channel and welcome not to Monday Night Rocks. No, it's more like Monday Night Regrets. Welcome to Monday Night Regrets, Frosers. I'm your boy FROX and today I'm talking about tonight's Monday Night Rocks and Frosers. I'm just gonna be honest with you guys. Today I can say today's Monday Night Rocks was not, horrible or a disaster episode. It was kind of, it was a pretty much, decent episode, or you can say above average episode, because there are a couple of good things on the show, but there are some of horrible things as well. Like we gotta see Logan Paul, the Mavericks return. But after all, even we were expecting Brock Lesnar, Roman Reigns, Austin Theory to show up, but we got Logan Paul, the Maverick. We got a couple of good matches. We got we got some championship matches. We got some a couple of good backstage segments. So yeah, so overall this Monday Night Rocks was a pretty much decent episode. So let's just start with the opener. So the show kicks off with the CM Punk, our World Heavyweight Champion, comes out and he grabs the mic and you want to say, before that, let me clear it first, guys. I think last time when I saw CM Punk winning the world title at Saturday Night's main event, the WWE's disaster, I was a little bit skeptical about CM Punk. I was saying that so this title doesn't look good on CM Punk. It looked like he doesn't deserve this title. But now when he comes on Monday Night Rocks, my mind has completely changed. So anyway, back to this promo. So CM Punk grabs the mic and he thanks everyone. He thanks his wife AJ Lee. He thanks his dog Larry, and he thanks to his Hall fans for supporting him for a long time. And as he becomes WWE World Champion, it's really he feels very good and awesome. And he also says he's wanna be in a active champion, so he's wanna defend his title. He's already, I think he says he's open to defend his title. He's open to defend his title against anybody. He drops some names like Finn Balor, Dominic Mysterio, Braun Breaker. But there is a name that gets me curious, and he also drops the name of John Cena. He says, John, if you wanna 18-time world champion, come here and get some. So he indirectly challenged John Cena for another match, and I love to see another match, but it's I think unlikely to happen for sure. So afterwards he also he also cooks Seth Rollins. Like he mocked Seth Rollins by doing his that thing when just Seth Rollins used to do with his belt. Like he's he plays with his belt, swings it like that. Just CM Punk was also doing that. CM Punk was also doing that there, and it was really pretty much cool to watch. Then he also afterwards, out of nowhere, out comes Logan Paul, the Maverick. I mean, you know what, guys? After watching Logan Paul returns, I feel so bad. Like this man has the hateful instinct. He can make you hate anyone. He's that bad. Okay, so Logan Paul basically comes out and before he says something, the music hits and we gotta see the Vision. Braun Breaker, Bronson Reed, and Grandpa Paul Heyman. So they basically, first of all, they grab the mic and they say, first of all, they start threatening, Logan Paul. He says, Logan, you doesn't deserve to be in that ring. So you just, it will be better for you to just leave that ring alone. Okay. We have some unfinished business with CM Punk. Okay. But And afterwards, I think we gotta see. I think we gotta see a little brawl where Braun Breaker and Bronson Reed, Bronson Reed attacks on CM Punk and Logan Paul. And you know what, Froxers? There is something unfortunate. Unfortunate happen here. Like we gotta see Logan Paul as a baby face for I think 3 or 5 minutes. Like he. When the Vision Goons are attacking, CM Punk and CM Punk, he just returns to the ring and tries to help CM Punk, but he ends up beating but he ends up beating up with the Braun Breaker and Bronson Reed. So yeah, that was your opener, and it was I would say this was a pretty cool opener. It was a really good segment. It was really good and great segment. So let's just move on. So next up we got a tag team match between Roxanne Perez and Raquel Rodriguez, or I would say Judgment Day versus Nikki Bella and Stephanie Vaquer. And honestly, Froxers, I didn't watch this match because I have no interest in this feud. I'm fed up. You know what, Froxers? I'm fed up of watching these matches. This was like a snooze fest matches. I'm glad I didn't watch this match. So, anyway, so the couple of images I saw online, I think Roxanne Perez get the win here, or I would say Judgment Day gets the win here. Nothing, so nothing much to there, and nothing much here to talk about, so let's just move on. Next up, we got a backstage segment. We got CM Punk and Jimmy Uso. So Jimmy Uso basically says he's all ready to help CM Punk fighting against, Braun Breaker and Bronson Reed in the Vision. But CM Punk wasn't sure about Jey Uso. He was a little bit skeptical about him. He believed that Jey Uso may turn heel on CM Punk, but somehow he ends up consoling Jey Uso, and that's how WWE booked the tag team match for the main event, where it was between CM Punk and Jey Uso versus the Braun Breaker and Bronson Reed in a tag team match in the main event. So next up we got, alright, Froxer. So next up we got, because we are in New Mexico City, so we gotta see a fight between two of the biggest jobbers of this roster. It's Penta versus El Grande Americano, and as you guys know, they both guys are jobbers. I think Penta is a little bit, upper mid-card jobber, and El Grande Americano is a bottom line jobber. So somehow, the Penta gets the win here, and nobody cares. Okay, so let's just move on. Next up we got the Dirty Dom here. So next up we got Dirty Dom comes out, and he basically grabs the mic and he says, I'm the great champion, I'm the great Intercontinental Champion, I'm the greatest luchador of all time, and blah 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 blah. And then out of nowhere we gotta see Rey Mysterio returning to Monday Night Rocks. So out of nowhere, Rey Mysterio comes out, and he basically says, "You may be the best, best Intercontinental Champion, but you're not a great luchador." And then they trash talks, and then afterwards we gotta see a little bit brawl between them, and see Rey Mysterio hits a 619 on Rey Mysterio, and that's it. I think they're gonna feud. I think they're both gonna involve in a feud later in the future, sooner or later. So yeah, that was pretty much cool to watch. This was a really good segment. So let's just move on. So next up we got another tag team match between Bayley and Lara Valkyria versus the Kabuki Warriors. And honestly, Froxers, again, I didn't watch this match for some obvious reasons, but I think the Kabuki Warriors retains the Kabuki Warriors get the win here. The Kabuki Warriors gets the win here. So because I think the Kabuki Warriors are gonna challenge Alexa and Charlotte for their tag team championship in future, or maybe next week, I don't know, but so I think that is the complete story. So that's why the Kabuki Warriors gets the win here, and nothing much here to talk about. So let's just move on. All right, Froxers. So next up, Alright, Frosters. So next up, let's talk about the main event. It was a tag team match between Jey Uso, the main event, Uso versus the CM Punk, the new world champion versus the Vision Goons, Braun Breaker and Bronson Reed. And Frosters, honestly, this match is okay. Like, it was not, a banger or anything like that. So it was a decent match, what do I say? So that anyway, the match ends in a disqualification where they, the match ends up in a disqualification, and then they just, after the match, Braun Breaker and Bronson Reed start smashing CM Punk and Jey Uso. Braun Breaker hits a spear, and Reed hits a tsunami on Jey Uso. And I was expecting Roman Reigns to come out and save Jey Uso. So we gotta see him involving. So we gotta see Roman Reigns involving with the CM Punk Jey Uso. So we gotta see 5-on-5 Survivor Series match. But instead we got Logan Paul again, and Logan Paul comes out and he formed he teams up with CM Punk for a bit, and then he turns on CM Punk. He pulled out his brass knuckles and he just punched CM Punk out, and after that he grabs it. After that he gives that brass knuckles to whatever you want to call him, grass knuckle or brass knuckles, to Paul Heyman. So we can say Logan Paul has joined the Vision. So yeah, it was cool. It was okay. I think. I was expecting Roman Reigns, or I was expecting Austin Theory to come out and join the Vision. So we gotta see him involved in the Survivor Series 5-on-5 matches. So he will have a really, really good return in WWE, but that's not happened. Instead we gotta see Logan Paul, the Maverick, and I think it was okay. It was okay, not that bad. But yeah, so that was your main event. That's how this show comes to an end. And one more thing, I think I missed one thing. We also got a tag team championship match between the Judgment Day and the AJ Lee, Dragon Lee, and AJ Styles. And somehow AJ Styles and Dragon Lee retains their tag team championship. That was basically your complete show of Monday Night FROX. So at the end, time to rate this show. So in my opinion, I'm gonna rate this show 4 out of 10. I would say this was not a horrible disaster show. It was, I would say, an average show or a decent episode. Okay, so that's why I gave this 4 rating. Okay, so yeah, bro. So yeah, guys, that was the complete review of tonight's Monday Night FROX. Thank you for watching this video. Till next time, stay awesome. Have a good day. Bye. I'm done.